a video I was trying to send Brandon, but I have 3 kids, 9, 12, and 14, and I asked my littlest one, she's tiny, we call her Minnie. So I asked her, I said, okay, what's that? She goes, I don't know. I said, it's a market cycle. She goes, okay. I said, when do you think you should buy? And she goes, here. I said, when do you think you should sell? Here. I'm like, very good. Okay. I think it's important, a couple of things. In order to understand the market cycles, obviously it's important to buy here and sell here. But this is what's really interesting about human nature is we tend to buy things when we have money, and we tend to not when we don't. One thing I would caution you about is a couple things. Is right now everyone's making a ton of money, making income, and everyone has, everyone wants to either. It's funny what we do with income. Either we buy a bunch of stupid crap. I heard this once and I thought it was really interesting. How does it go? What was it? You spend your money. Yeah, people spend their money on things that impress people. No, wait, they spend money they don't have to impress people they don't like. I mean, it's kind of an interesting phrase, but it's true. I think when we're making a lot of money, I think it's important to take the active income, pump that into passive assets, or buy assets that'll give us passive income. And I think it's important where you could buy the best property in the best location. Location means nothing to me. Location, in my opinion, is garbage. You could have bought the best property in the best location here in '06 and got spanked. But you could have bought the worst property in the worst location in 2000 and sold in '05 and made a killing. So, and I think it's more important to say market timing versus location. So what I think we tend to do as real estate investors is, let's just say our income right now is flying high, okay? Everybody's making a ton of money. Their trend line is going up. Every year they're making more, which is great. But what it seems that we do is, and this is human nature, this is an overgeneralization, but it seems like we spend as much as we make. So everybody ratchets up. When they're making this much, they're spending this much. When they're making this much, they're spending this much. But the problem with that is, when our income dips, our expenses are really high. I was buying from 95 on, had a bunch of rentals, and I said, okay, this is in 04, 05. I said, okay, what would happen if the market changed tomorrow? Well, shoot, I get wiped out, because I had data and everything. I said, okay, how can I get in a position where if the market changed, I wouldn't get wiped out? Okay, I got in a position where I could hang on, but I'd hang on for dear life. I thought, okay, I don't want to get in that position. What's better than that?
So there's just two principles that's really helped me. One is to be teachable. So you never want to be the smartest guy in the room. Like, oh, I'm the smartest guy, nobody can tell me anything. You want to be teachable where you try to learn. And I think that's what we try to do here. Is we all try to exchange ideas, and it doesn't mean you do everything that you hear, but I'm going to take everybody's experience and something might work for me, and you want to be teachable so that you can learn and grow. And the other item that's really helped me is to delay gratification. So if you can delay, the fancy this, vacation, or luxury items, you can very well grow your net worth quite a bit. Because if you think about, like, let's say you could save $100,000 a year, you compound that 10 years at 10 to 12%. And then add a little bit to it each year, you could easily have $500,000 just off of delaying gratification on $100,000 worth of items by investing it and just letting it grow. And I realized there are now you have to be very careful about what's a consumer item and what's a tool for your business. Some items that if you want the newest TV or some cool exotic this or that that's probably a consumer item. But there are items that are tools for your business. I've got a good friend of mine, he's a commercial broker. He drives a Tesla because he's meeting with large businesses. He told me he was doing a lease with Dunkin' Donuts and their regional guy. He does all their leasing. He can't show up in an '87 Buick Le Mans that barely runs. He's got to look the part. So there are tools for your business. So anyway, there are tools for your business. So be very careful. Like, what's a tool? You're going to want tools, computers, software, items that's going to help grow your business. But on the other hand, if you're just doing it just to be cool, but you don't have any assets, there's a problem. I've always had, like, if you don't have $3 to $4 million, worth of assets, I don't think you should be driving, some fancy luxury car or taking first-class flights to Italy, because if you do that, then it'll be a fun 5 years. But then but you'll have memories, I guess, with pictures and things if they don't refill your computer. But yeah, and like I said, this has worked for me. If there's anyone out there who's done, is sitting here with $25 million in the bank, comes to take my spot, and I'll sit over there and listen to you. But that's just what's worked, is just really delaying gratification.
Like I said, you don't know when, because I'll tell you one huge mistake I made was everybody looks backwards. Oh man, this house 2 years ago would have sold for 200. I can buy it at 130. That's a great deal. Guess what? It was it went down to 70. I since hung on to it and went back up to 200. But I've sold it. But you don't make the mistake of looking back yesterday or yesteryear and saying, oh man, look at the return. Because if I would have done the math, the return still sucked on that thing, So, but I wasn't smart. I didn't